मैंने ये वाला जो मैं सेट कर हेलो जी अजमल बात कर वो ये मोबाइल जो है ना मैंने उस पर सेट कर दिया दूसरे नंबर पे जी जी वो तो पहले आप बताते ना अभी उस पर कुछ है अभी कैसे करें उसको उसका हाँ सॉफ्ट कॉपीज तो हैं बट वो स्क्रीन के हिसाब से सेट ही नहीं है अली वैसे बात है Excuse me. Excuse me. You cannot stay in this section, okay? It will be online, okay? Always you have to move from here fastly. My name is Perfect. I'm from Pakistan and previously I got a visa for representative to the Devisers. This company is very good. I didn't face any problems when we started. See, this is the
Yeah, sure. You want to use one? Okay.
I know the place, I know, but I need company.
Yeah,
I know the place, don't worry. Too much cool, mom. Why? You see?
Yeah, because
Too much cool, no people.
we're expecting a lot of people to come. It's already
No, no,
open.
you have to reduce it. It's cool. It's very cool. And
Did you
outside,
come, in
no, no,
France?
no problem. I was there last time. I'm here now.
Okay.
Don't worry. I am here for 2 years, don't worry, with
Okay.
Madame Dana.
Oh, okay.
Yes, here.
Coffees?
Mochaccino? Yes. 2. Thank you so much. You have water now? Thank you. vanilla latte.
Yeah.
You can set up the camera here. Hello, hi, how are you? Because we are going to cover the seminar, so we can also set up a camera here.
Yeah, yeah. You can set it. फोन चेयर पे खाना वैसे
This one for social media.
for social media.
باخذ اللوكيشن احسن. ضعبط صح؟ كبرتنا.
सिग्नल भाई एक चेयर निकाला
لكن مصاري.
वो वाली कॉर्नर की चेयर निकाला दोनों ने भी अपना कैमरा सेट करना
It will take on the professional camera. We will only share with you the video.
okay
Yeah, so we need just a little space if it's possible.
Which chair you want?
that's corner chair
Not chair. We want to set up the camera on the chair. No, this chair we remove. Or that one.
Why do you want to move a chair? انت بدك تحط
There is
تحط
no
على
space.
الزاويه؟ خلص خليه يشيل هاي كامل. اوكي خلص انت سير كود.
You want it?
I already have it
Okay.
600
Bro, where do you want space? I will move that chair.
Give me one time. Give him some time.
so you cannot count from there
If I'm covering from there, what is the use of this camera? I need to take the full show, man. It's your call at the end of the day. We are doing our job. It's your call. If you want us to go there, no problem.
Your self company or you work
no. So actually we are also covering because this is all connected with inter screens inter
طيب
screens
ماشي ماشي. هسه انا بشوف.
there is no option we can set also our camera there
No problem.
yeah अरे भाई फेसबुक पे नहीं जा रहा वो टेम्परेरी बैकग्राउंड
Am I in your frame?
yeah
I'm in your frame?
yeah
I'll fix it. Okay.
So
He can place a stand here like
we can
I'll
fix
fix it.
together
you can fix
you
together.
can fix together.
Good.
Don't worry, Mr. Rami.
I really like his haircut now.
Now you like it, huh? Before no?
No, I
It was the same, but it was 2 days old.
So we can remove
I
this
will, I will fix it.
stand
I'm
or
just fixing the light. Yeah, I will change it right now.
I think this one is heavy, so we can remove this one and you can fix your
Let's wait.
Yeah.
Just wait 1 minute. Give me 1 minute only. Give him 1 minute so he can fix the lighting as well.
Now, what's the best frame for you right now?
See, if you can, because this way
Okay.
people can move.
Here is
So
good.
we
Here, I'm not in your frame right now. This is good for you?
Yeah, good for me.
Okay.
Excuse me, madam. What would you like to drink? Coffee, Tara?
So better we can fix on.
Coffee with less sugar or more cream?
I just want to make sure that I'm not in your frame, yeah?
Okay.
Here, screw. This is a slider? Oh no, not
No, it's not sliding.
Okay, perfect. Alright? I will leave the stand here, I will take the camera, okay? I will leave the stand here. This is good for you?
Yeah.
No problem? I leave it here? I will come back later. When it starts, I will put it here.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay?
It's fine.
Perfect?
I already arranged that.
Always use that.
Happy? The guy, they're sitting there. Is this side? This side? Yeah, is it? That is.
It will be live.
It will be live.
It will be. It's already live.
Right now?
Right now it's live.
They want sugar.
So it is connected with all over inside office screens. So people they are sitting in rooms, they will see here from here.
Okay.
So
We will just put it here. We will not move.
okay.
This will stay here. This one this is just for the editing.
और फेसबुक पेज में क्या है फेसबुक पेज
मतलब मुझे आज ही पता लगा कि सेशन आई
अभी आएगी पहले
पहले से थी इन्होंने रिजॉल्व ही नहीं की
नहीं पहले वाली रिजॉल्व की थी मैंने बहुत की थी
तो ये दोबारा आई है
ये दोबारा आई है रिसेंट किसी चीज़ से आई है किस चीज़ से आई तो देखेंगे
ये कौन है कैमरा में
थर्ड पार्टी
हाँ
बाहर से बुलाएंगे
किसने बुलाया
वो उसने बुलाया न्यूज़ पेपर वाले शायद न्यूज़ चैनल वाले
वीडियो बड़ी अच्छी है आपकी लिखी होगी
कौन सी
वो सामने
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and welcome everybody. Thank you so much for attending. It's kind of it's just about Maghrib time at the moment, prayer time at the moment. So I think there are still a few guests that are still coming, but because of the timing, they're probably still on their way. And inshallah, when they join us, they'll catch up with the program. But thank you so much for the people that are here on time. Welcome to Devisers. My name is Ali Sheikh. I'm the head of digital marketing for Devisers Group. So if you've seen my any of the ads on social media or the website or anything like that, it's probably down to me and the team. So welcome. Thank you so much for attending. Okay. Just before we get started with the event, I just wanted to confirm. Obviously, today we have a very special raffle draw where you could win free UK immigration services. So there's a raffle for that. Has everybody submitted the form upstairs as you're coming in? Is you registered? Everybody's registered?
Yes.
Okay, good. Some very enthusiastic people. Inshallah, I hope you have some success. Okay. So as we're getting started, let's just give you 1 minute. Thank you. Okay, so let's start with. It's nice to see so many families here together. Here to kind of learn about the future. I just wanted to understand something, and there's a special reason why I'm going to ask this. Is there any? If you could raise your hands, please. Is there any fathers that are here today? Is there anybody who has any children? You have children? Alhamdulillah. Okay, and I guess there's some mothers as well. Some mothers as well. MashaAllah, okay. The reason that I'm asking this specific question was because the reason I'm asking the very specific question is because I want to just quickly just mention about myself, okay? Not from a marketing perspective, but truly from the perspective of something that's relevant to all of you guys. My father was originally from Pakistan. He went to the UK back in the 70s. Immigration laws were very different then, but the point is, he made the sacrifice. He made the sacrifice, he went to the UK, and then when I was born, I'm not going to disclose my age, but it was quite some time ago. But so when I was born, alhamdulillah, I was born with a British passport. When my sister, when my brother were also born, because we were born in the UK, we were all born with the British passport because my dad had made that sacrifice. Okay, so this is why I asked the parents that, look, do you have children? My father, that was his goal. He wanted us to be educated in the UK and with the British passport. Alhamdulillah, I gained from that. So I went through the whole British education system, didn't pay anything because it was all part of the government schemes. You could just get free education. When it came to healthcare as well, me and all of my family, we benefited from the education healthcare system because of my dad's sacrifice. So this is why I was asking the parents here, are there parents here who are considering to do what we're talking about today, immigration? The benefits don't just benefit you as an individual, they benefit your children, but also like my situation now. I moved to the UAE in 2010. Alhamdulillah, I had my first daughter. She was born here in 2012. But because of my dad's sacrifice back in the 70s, getting the UK passport, my daughter, his granddaughter, was born with the British passport. Even my son and my other son. So when I say this program is not just about, or any of these programs, it's not just about you. It has generational benefits, right? So I just wanted to speak from my own experience about why it's very important that the family people and family members are here, so you understand the long-term benefits of what we're going to discuss. Okay. So that was just my personal introduction that I thought was very important to share with everybody. Let's get started with today's proceedings. Okay. Let's talk about a little bit about Devisers. Devisers was started back in 2007. London remains our head office, but now we're a truly global organization. We now have offices here in Dubai. The Dubai office is now our largest office within the region. It's 12,000 square feet, so it's a huge office space. All of our processing and legal administration is all done in-house. Nothing is outside. Everything is done here. So everything is completely within this office building. We also have an office in Qatar where we are a client-facing office. Again, all our processing is done through our Qatar office for the Qatar clients. And we also have an office in Sri Lanka and in Karachi in Pakistan. So we are truly now a global organization. Even in the UK, we started off with one office, and now we have two offices within the UK as well. All right. So on behalf of Devisers, it's my pleasure and honor to welcome you all here today. And I'm just going to talk to you a little bit now about what we're going to be expecting from today's program. All right. So today we will, as I mentioned, one of the highlights of today is going to be the raffle draw, where everybody has obviously now entered into the raffle draw, and we'll be doing a raffle draw for one family to win the UK immigration services. So that's going to be something we all need to stay around for. We will also have many spin the wheel competitions as well, where you can spin the wheel and potentially win iPhones, TVs, and many other exciting prizes. Most importantly, from my perspective, you'll be hearing from our qualified UK lawyers. They'll be explaining to you various different programs about the UK for investors, for business owners, about Portugal for investors again and business owners, a lot of different options. So whatever your personal circumstances are, there is going to be a solution that is going to be presented to you, and then we can discuss it in a bit more detail. The format that we're going to keep today is that when one of the lawyers will speak about a specific subject matter, they will give a presentation. Once the presentation is complete, you'll get an opportunity to have a question and answer session. So we'll have an interactive session where any questions you may have, you can ask them. We'll straight away immediately get an answer to those questions. Okay. Once throughout the evening and shortly, we'll also be joined through our live on Zoom. We'll be having conversations with our live UK partners, which are endorsing bodies, which are part of the UK Immigration Services. So you'll be hearing from two different partners of ours that we've been working with for a number of years. They will be sharing information directly from there about the process for UK immigration, the process for different services they offer as well. Okay. As well as that, of course, we're going to have some delicious food, and we welcome you guys to join us and enjoy the food with us as well. And so we've got a very full agenda for this evening. To start with, I'm going to ask my esteemed colleague, Ms. Sitaish Naim Baloch. She's actually a senior immigration lawyer, specialized in UK and Portugal immigration. She today will be discussing the UK Innovative Visa Program, and she's going to be taking over the floor. So without further ado, Ms. Sitaish.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Thank you so much for giving us the honor and pleasure to be here with us and giving us the opportunity for to discuss and to tell you that what are the opportunities you have in your hand right away today to not only get the migration, not only migrate yourself and your family, but also secure them and get them a good and a better passport with a better future. As just Mr. Ali Sheikh, one of our very senior colleague here in Devices, told you his story that how his father has made the sacrifice and the other one. Okay. Hello. This one? Okay. So how he told you about the, you know, so how he told you about his, his father's story, how they sacrificed, and how now his family and the generations after are being beneficial of the same thing which you are aiming to go for. Now, when we talk about immigration, most of the people think that it's impossible, it's a future prospect, we'll do it next year or we'll do it the next year after. But the one thing which I tell all of my clients is that it is something that you have to look into today. If you're getting the information, you have to get the action plan today, because what is being told you today in terms of the immigration process and how it works will not be valid after maybe 6 months. The way the world is changing, embassies are changing as well. They are also changing their process as soon as we can. So from this session, I'm here to describe you how Innovator Visa works. Innovator Visa is something which is designed for those individuals who already have running business experience or they have experience on a managerial level in their workspace. Now, in this visa category, UK actually announced those individuals who want to go to the UK and they want to get fast track nationality in just 3 years. Yes, this is the only visa category that gives you nationality in 3 years. You don't have to wait for 5 years, 8 years, 10 years. That's one. Secondly, you have to show that you have at least minimum of 50,000 pounds of investment in your hand, which is just 250,000 dirhams. It's not a big amount. You just have to show these funds, that you have these funds in the bank, and you have to show that you are willing to migrate to the UK. You have a business plan, which where you need us. Devices will help you to produce and come up with a good business plan, and it has to be endorsed by a valid and UK government endorsing body. Now, endorsing bodies are hired by the UK government who actually assess your business plan. That if your business plan is as per the suitability of UK market or not. And these endorsing bodies have tie-ups with devisers. To prove that today, we also have endorsing bodies. We have invited them today. They will come up and they will confirm their affiliation with devisers, so that you will have a complete comfortability and trust on the organization with us, that yes, what we are telling you, we can prove you as well. Innovator visa category has two main branches where you can either invest 50,000 in your own business, or if you can invest more, which is 100,000 pounds, then you can invest in some other business as well, and you can be a silent partner. These are two branches where we are dealing in Innovator, and as we speak, I am honored to tell you that Devisers hold the position in getting the first Innovator visa in GCC and MENA region. So we know how to get you the visa. We know how to get you through the journey throughout in the UK, and we also have the expertise to let you have the nationality from the UK government and the UK passport. Now, innovator visa category is a very deep category. I have given you an overview. Apart from the business plan and investment funds, you need to have an IELTS test, and you have to show some small supporting funds in your bank account. Now, if any one of you have any questions about innovator visa, I'm here to answer. So we can start the question and answer session. Yes, please.
As I understand, as it was explained to me before, I just want to clarify something. We have to take, like, we have to have the 50,000 pounds before the process starts or as the process is going on.
So, Initially, you have before the visa, you have to show the funds are with you in a bank. Yeah. And once you get the visa, you go to the UK, you can take that funds in one go or slowly, gradually, you can take it with you in the UK in 3 years of time.
For this visa plans, we have to physically go there and migrate, or we can stay here and take the and then start the process.
First, once you start the process to apply for the first visa, you are here in UAE. We'll do your paperwork and we'll submit your application through VFS Global. And once you'll get the visa, you will the entry permit that you'll get, it is for 90 days. So in 90 days you have to enter the country, and from that, with that entry permit, they also give you a form where there's a BRP card collection point address is mentioned. So you'll have to go to that address once you enter the UK and collect your residence card. That residence card is valid for 3 years for you and your family. Every family member get that card, and you will travel on that card onwards.
And I can come back here.
You can come back. You can collect the card and you can come back. But you have to stay there in the UK if you want to achieve the nationality in 3 years, which is a fast track. So your condition to stay is 180 days every year.
That's the minimum.
That's the minimum.
After 3 years, a direct apply the nationality, or we have to send the.
After 3 years, if you condition, there are some conditions to meet. So,
Which kind of visa?
so there are three main conditions to meet if you want to get the nationality on innovator visa. First one is the amount that you have shown, £50,000. You must invest it in your own business in 3 years of time. Secondly, you have to apply for intellectual property protection in the UK, which is patent or copyright. You can copyright anything with your business, for example, your company's logo, company's name, font. You have seen FIFA World Cup, they have a little TM on it, so it's a trademark. Just like that, you have to register anything, your company's name, that it's your identity, it's your intellectual property, and you will have to stay 180 days. After once you'll complete these three conditions, you will be eligible to apply for the indefinite leave to remain in the UK, which is also known as citizenship or settlement.
There is a test from the hospital like nationality.
You can have either one of the tests. There are two types of tests: life in the UK or IELTS. So you can take any one of them. Most of our clients usually go for life in the UK test. It's more easier. Any more question?
There is test. There is
You have question?
you have passed the test, then you will. And what about
Anyone have any questions about innovator?
What about the investment which you are doing? Instead of me investing on a business, let's say I buy a property there in the UK
Mm-hmm.
using this 20,000 pounds. That
Mm-hmm.
is also a direct, indirect type of money which I am putting in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
So will that qualify me for this visa?
If you would buy property, everyone would buy property, and it's the most safest investment. Yeah, UK knows that too. So definitely, they want you to invest the funds in your own business. They want to see that you've actually spent those amount in your business expense. That's what they want to see.
The business plan which you will submit according to the person's criteria.
Yeah.
So after getting the approval, we have to go for the same business plan, or we can start any other business according to our plan.
There is a way out actually. There are two ways. If you want to do the same business, you mainly is the standard thing is you have to do the same business because we have already get it approved from the endorsing body. But if you want to change the business plan once you are there in the UK, then there's a way out to do that. Obviously, our work will be more, but we can get your business plan changed and we can get you another endorsement letter from the endorsing body. So we can do that. So your previous endorsement letter will be curtailed and you'll get a new endorsement letter.
Increase the financial.
Sorry?
Will it increase the cost? Or no?
You might have to give another membership fee of endorsing body. That's the only cost it will be, added.
How much it gonna be a cost?
So endorsing bodies are usually charging between 2,000 to 5,000 pounds, and some endorsing bodies are even charging more. But if we are proposing you endorsing bodies which are through us, they are charging less. That's how it is.
Fine.
what if we go in the same business? For example, I want to start multiple business.
You can do multiple businesses. On innovator visa, it is allowed to have multiple businesses. It's not mandatory to do the same business. You can do any more, but The other businesses which you'll do has nothing to do with your immigration status.
For running the business, is there any kind of criteria that we should be having some experience creating some jobs or something like that, to fulfill that requirement, minimum requirement?
See, if you go through the law, there are 7 requirements. But UK said that you have to fulfill either two of them, not all 7. Like in our examination, there were 7 questions, you have to do either two of them. Same like that. They have given you 7 requirements, you have to meet either two of the criterias. Now, the remaining 5, which my clients usually don't go for, have the requirement that you have to hire 5 or 10 people, or you have to make a revenue of £1 million. But usually, those are the criterias which are not very reliable at this stage, where you don't know what will happen to your business in next 3 years. So when you have the easier options, our client go for that. Number one is investment of £50,000 in your own business, and the third one is to apply for intellectual property protection in the UK. So our clients go for 1 and 3.
And though we know it's like 3 months to 5 months or 6 months, that will be divided minimum processing time per year. Still, we have heard, that the time was taken more than 6 months or something like that. So, do we have kind of some criteria to decide about that it will stay between the two lines, like minimum 3 months to 5 months or 6 months, that case will be processed?
If you'll ask me, our maximum time went off to 8 months, not more than that. This is the maximum. And some, see why delays happen. This is a two-way street. It's not like something client will start the process today and next day will produce the visa. It's a process. We have to coordinate with the client, with the business plan. Sometimes I have clients who don't agree to few business plans. I literally have a client who rejected 6 of our business plans, and on 7th of them he agreed. So it's a two-way thing. The client has to agree to what we are proposing him. If we don't like the business plan, we cannot push him to go to the same business plan. We have to come up with something which he can really do, because at the end of the day, in on innovator visa, you really have to do the business. And we cannot just change next day once you go there. So what we do, we plan in the beginning itself that whatever the kind of business plan we are making, it's under the client's comfort zone. So it should be relevant to the client's work background, client's skills. So to come with that, and when we coordinate with the client, we come up with few business ideas which are also innovative, keeping that in mind. So sometimes clients are not agreeing to the business plans. No problem. We can come up. We have a huge manpower. We can come up with different business ideas that take time. So if the when because again we have to work on the client's comfort. This is somewhere where we have to meet the client's expectations. And on that note, now we have the endorsing body with us. They want to, yes.
Business can be any business or specific business.
No, it can be any business.
Suppose I have a real estate company over here.
You can do something relevant to real estate, but not like exactly brokerage. You cannot do. No.
Like management of property or something.
Yeah, management of property, refurbishment, or consultancy, real estate consultancy, anything relevant to that. And on that note, we are joining with our one of the endorsing bodies. So here to you, Ali.
Are we discussing only UK today, or we are having for the all of the
Yeah, we are doing particular.
Okay.
Yes, after this.
Oh.
Hello, John. Hello, John. Yeah, I'm great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being so prompt. We got a little bit behind our schedule because as you can see, we have a full house today. So we wanted to hand over to you. I understand we've asked, as I was explaining to the audience, we've asked couple of our endorsing body partners from the UK to join us today to discuss, a few different points regarding their role within the UK immigration process. So John is from Boardroom Advisors. He's here today to speak about directly from whereabouts in the UK are you? In London or somewhere else? Just 1 second. John, are you still there?
I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. So I think it just lagged a bit. So you were saying whereabouts in the UK are you guys?
Well, we're headquartered in Bristol.
Bristol.
120 miles west of London. But we're a national company, so we have regional directors in London, in the north of England, Scotland, and throughout the UK.
The only reason I asked that was because we've found over the years that, not everybody goes to London. People go to Manchester, they go to Birmingham, they go to many different parts of the UK. So we just wanted to understand geographies. But without any further ado, John, as you can see, can you see the audience? Can you see the audience?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I can see the audience.
Excellent.
Hi, everybody. Nice to meet you.
We'll hand you over to you.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I hope you can hear me okay. So let me tell you briefly about Boardroom Advisors. So, as I say, we are a national company, operate throughout the UK. We have 12 regional directors covering every inch, and we have 150 advisors who have all scaled businesses. So they're all founded, run, funded, sold companies. So they have all the battle scars, the t-shirts, as it were. And our core business in the UK is helping UK clients with all the business issues, and our clients are generally startups or early stage businesses. And we help them with strategy, growth, funding, exit, all of these sort of things. And about a year ago, we were appointed by the Home Office of the UK government to be an endorsing body. And so this is relatively new for us, but it's a very good, it bolts on very well to our original business. Now, the role of the endorsing body, you should say, so we're technically allowed to endorse for both startups and for innovators. There's two different schemes in the UK. The major difference being the innovator visa is for a little bit more established business people, and they have to have at least £50,000 sterling to invest in their new businesses. The startups don't need to have that. Now, our role as an endorsing body is to assess the entrepreneur, well, the founder or founders, there could be several, and the business plan to assess three things: whether it is innovative, viable, and scalable. So just to take those one at a time, because it's important if you're thinking about applying for these visas that you understand what we're looking for and what other endorsing bodies that we're not the only game in town are looking for. So the major thing is about innovation. And I'm afraid we get a lot of business plans which say my business is very innovative, there's lots of innovation. They repeat the word innovation a lot, and that's always a bit of a clue that it's not really as innovative. So what do we mean? We mean it must be something that is new, something different, something that is not on the UK marketplace. Not that, you have a slightly better range of products or services, not that you do things slightly better. That's not innovation. Innovation means new. It means it's not on the UK marketplace. Now, when we see business plans, we have to assess them on that innovation. We have to pass on that assessment to the government. They always make the final decision. They're the government, of course. So what do? We do some research. We, first of all, we obviously read the plan. We want to make sure that in that plan there is some market research and in particular some competitor research, and that research is analysed and the entrepreneur can say very clearly in the plan, very clearly, this is how we are different to everybody else on the UK market. We do X and nobody else does it. And that should be backed up by research to show that, you know, none of the competitors, major or minor, actually does whatever those goods or services are. Now, when we're checking, when we're looking to endorse, and we want to endorse, we need to make sure that it's going to get, or have a really good chance of going through the government. So we will do a bit of research too. What do? Well, we go to Google, like everybody goes to Google. And we will put in the services or the goods that the entrepreneur is going to major on, and we'll investigate the marketplace. We'll put it into AI. Chat GPT is currently taking the UK by storm, but there are many other AI models, and we'll put the goods or services and we'll do research. And we may go further than those two places, but that's just an example. Why do we do that? Well, because that's exactly what the government's going to do. They're not just going to take our word for it, they're going to do some research, and they have researchers who will research the market to make sure that what's in the business plan is actually brand new for the UK market. Nobody else does it. And if that isn't the case, we won't be able to endorse it, and the government won't be able to pass it for the visa. So that is the most important thing. Now, as I said, there were 3 criteria. Innovation is the first and the most important, but we have to assess the plan on viability. What does that mean in English? It means, can it survive? And certainly, at the very least, be able to survive the 3 years of the innovator visa. And finally, scalability. We have to make sure that the business isn't just going to be a one-man band, that it can actually employ people, it can grow its turnover, it can be, it can scale. Otherwise, again, we have to fail. So those are the 3 criteria that we judge on. If we do, we issue an endorsement, which is a letter. That goes to the government, it goes to the entrepreneur, and they present that for visa, along with their visa application. We don't get involved in that, that's for lawyers. But that letter is presented. And it's a recommendation, it's not a guarantee of the visa, it's a recommendation from us as an independent party that, in our opinion, they should pass it for these criteria. Now, for visa, and the lawyers will tell you, Devisers are good people. There are other factors involved, you know, the background checks and so on. We don't get involved in that. We just get involved in assessing the business. Now, as I say, there's many visas in the UK. There's 2 we can get involved in: the startup visa and the innovator visa. Now, the government is restricting the number of those endorsements that we can give. And because they're restricting the numbers, not just to us, but to all the endorsing bodies, we, as Boardroom Advisors, are focusing mainly on the innovator visa. Why? Because they're more experienced entrepreneurs, they have some money to invest in the business, they're more likely to be a long-term client for us outside of the endorsement and the visa process. So that's why we're concentrating on that. So the key thing, I suppose the other key difference between the startup and innovator visa, which you should know, is that the startup visa doesn't give indefinite leave to remain. The innovator visa, however, does, providing that certain criteria are met. Then at the end of the period, then indefinite leave to remain can be granted by the UK government, and you can stay in the country. On a startup visa, you have to transfer at the end of the startup visa to an innovator visa, and then at the end of the innovator visa, you can get indefinite leave to remain. So that's a two-step process. So the quickest way is the innovator visa. But as I say, you have to have at least £50,000 to invest in that business.
John, thank you very much. John, thank you very much. I think you kind of summed up things very clearly about the differences and, of course, most importantly, what the key components of the UK Innovative Visa are. We just wanted to, on behalf of Devisers, thank you so much for attending the seminar. We really appreciate your advice and guidance. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Not at all. Nice to meet you, and thank you for your time. And good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks. Just give me one moment, please, everybody. Okay, just wanted to, so as I mentioned, as part of the program, we wanted to introduce one of the endorsing bodies from the UK, which is a key partner for us in working with us on the UK Innovative Visa Program. But another aspect of this is obviously when you're kind of looking at this type of process is understanding, what can we do and what we can't do, right? So what we do, of course, as I mentioned earlier on in the presentation, we make a lot of videos on social media with our clients, and you get to see who they are and what they are about and things like that. But we're very privileged and honored today to have a few people that have actually received the UK innovation different visas from us. So Mr. Amol is here. If I can trouble you, Mr. Amol, I thank you so much for joining us. Would you mind just saying a few words on stage? Yeah, just 1 second. Please. Welcome.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you, Satish. Thank you for inviting me. Hello. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me. And I think, like everybody else who's sitting here, my journey started with not a seminar, but hearing from friends who have already done something like this and have migrated to UK. I run a business in JLT for last 11 years, and when I got to know about this, I got in touch with Satish, and when she explained to me a step-by-step process as to how I can achieve this, I must say, from what Satish has told, we always have this dream or the ideal journey in our mind that okay, everything is going to finish in 3 months, everything is going to finish in 4 months. But as Satish mentioned, there are challenges that we come against, and with their help, I was able to overcome those challenges. Although, as I said, my business has been there for last 11 years, and whatever we do, we typically have this mind in that okay, we are going to do this for our children and our future. So the journey started like that. It was about 7 months that it took me to finally get my visa and the card, and I had to travel there to get the card, obviously, and then the family and so on. So when Satish and Saeed told me that we have a seminar, and I said, oh, I never was I hadn't attended any seminar as such. So it was nice of them to call me, and so all I can say is I think just like I had that journey and dream in my mind to do this for our children and future. They have been a great help as devisers, and one thing that I understood and I appreciate is their work doesn't end once you get your visa or get your residence permit in UK. I think the real work actually should start from there. So they have been helpful in terms of getting me settled there, in terms of managing the company affairs there and so on. So that has been a pleasant journey, because I've had friends who have worked with I won't name, but different consultants, and they have had problems that once they get the visa, once they are there, then it's on their own. There is nobody to guide them through the process, nobody to guide them through the regulations and so on. So that has been a good experience for me so far. I hope, and I know it will continue the same. So thank you for inviting
Thank
me.
you, Mr. Amol.
Thank you.
We really appreciate it. I just wanted to say thank you to you from all of us at Devisers. So I don't know if these are the right color for you, but
Thank you.
but thank you very much, Mr. Amol. Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna be joined now by another endorsing body. So just give me one moment. I'm gonna connect to them with Zoom. I think our colleague Rupert is stuck in some UK traffic, which is quite normal there, just like Dubai. So just give us a couple of minutes, okay? It's just connecting. Should be just 1 minute. Mr. Amol, I forgot to ask you that what kind of business do you have?
Here, I run UX and customer experience consulting
Oh, UX, so for websites?
for everything.
Oh, wow. Okay, right. Awesome.
So if you are in Dubai and if you have used RTA or DHA apps, those are designed by us.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. Okay, mashallah. Right. Okay. I think Rupert is just joining us now.
Hello, Rickson.
Hi, Rupert. It's Ali speaking.
How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Nice to see you. Weather seems nice today.
Very good, and Happy New Year to you and all of the Devisers.
Yeah, Happy New Year. We haven't spoken since New Year, so Happy New Year to you and your team.
Well, we're looking forward to 2023. It's been it's already got off to a very good start, so I'm really excited. Now, today, a very warm welcome to all Devisers guests in Dubai. This call, I'm afraid I'm having to take from the street near London, and so if there's a little bit of background noise, just forgive me, and I might just pause as the lorry passes. Just give me 1 second.
No problem. So I'll just give a quick intro. So we have a number of endorsing bodies in the UK that we partner with. Invest UK is one of the largest ones that we have I think probably the highest success ratio with all of our partners. They've dealt, I think, with the largest volume of our cases as well, especially when it comes from the startup program to the UK Innovative Visa program. And Rupert is basically the champion, the guru, or the oracle on this subject matter. So we thought it was very important to, wherever he was, even if it was outside a door in London, we thought it was important to connect with him and to hear from him. So, Rupert, I'll hand over to you. As you can see, we've got another packed audience today. Lots of inquisitive people wanting to know a little bit more information about Invest UK, the process, and what an endorsing body does. So I'll hand it over to you. Thank you, Rupert.
Wonderful, thanks. Thank you so much for the intro. It's a very warm welcome from London. It's a rather lovely 11 degrees here in London. We've got a few days of nice weather, and then another big freeze is coming apparently next week, where it'll get back to freezing and more snow. So I'm just out and about at the moment, celebrating the new year. It's been really lovely. So Devisers and Invest UK have been working together for 2 or 3 years now, a very successful partnership. And essentially they are our partner in Dubai and we're their partner in the UK. And I think it's very important, if you're thinking about moving to the UK, to work with a team that has, should we say, a foot in both locations, a foot in both camps, because you need your case to be managed properly from Dubai. They know about your family, they know about your circumstances, or how quickly you need to move. And yet in the UK, it's very specific because the visa rules are complicated, they change all the time, the requirements are there. And I think Devisers chose Invest UK as their partner, first of all because we're one of the biggest. We've handled more cases than just about anybody else, over 400 successful cases, because we understand the rules, and we always stick to the rules. We believe it's very important to do things properly. But we're also an endorsing body, so if we work in partnership together, that's you, Devisers, and us, it means that together we can put a program together that will deliver the result that you want. Now, most of our clients come from 30 different countries. Most of our clients want 3 things. Is first of all, the certainty of the entry clearance that's going to lead to permanent residence, very important. Secondly, they want the understanding that their money that they're investing as part of the program is going to be safely invested and protected. And lastly, if at all possible, it's not always possible, but if at all possible, that they make a nice profit out of that investment. So those are most of our clients' priorities, and therefore they become our priorities, and we work really closely to try and do that. I think another important thing to consider is why people want to come to the UK in the first place. As you probably know, I'm sure you've done your research, there are over 70 programs around the world, all of whom are looking to attract interesting, talented, dynamic, enthusiastic entrepreneurs. And a lot of people look at several programs at the same time. We think that the UK program, whilst it's probably more complicated than most, and it's true to say it is quite complicated, is there because the UK is a unique destination. Now, in many cases, people are coming to the UK because they've already got family and friends there. For a lot of people, it's to do the English language. For some people, it's to do the fact you have free schooling and free healthcare when you get here. But we like to think a lot of people do it because if you want to set up a business or work in a business and really develop your career, it's a brilliant place to do it because it's like a bridge between Asia, Europe, and America. And for example, we work with a lot of clients whose ultimate ambition is to move to America, but they want to try their business idea in the UK, or they want a business that can access the European Union, which we still can after Brexit, it's very close, or because they want to maintain those close links with family and friends back home. So it doesn't matter what your motivation is. The point is you have to look for the right program. Now, I'm not pretending the program is easy, and my colleagues at Devisers will explain to you the rules, and the rules are quite complicated. Don't worry about that, because our job is to make those rules simple for you and to solve the problems, to create the opportunities, make it very clear what you need to do, and if you follow our advice, follow the steps that we've proposed, you'll be absolutely fine, as will the hundreds of happy clients that we've had from your part of the world and the all over the world. So I really wish you the best of luck with your inquiry. Devisers is a brilliant firm. We've worked with them, as I say, for 3 years now, and so you're in very safe hands. And I really wish you all and your families a very happy and successful 2023.
Thank you very much, Rupert.
My great pleasure. I look forward to meeting you all in London or wherever you choose to live in the UK as soon as you can.
Sure, sure. Thank you so much. We really appreciate the advice, consultation, and you taking the time out to see us from wherever you are. And safe travels to wherever you're going tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. Sure. Bye bye. Bye bye. Okay, just 1 minute. Okay, so as I had mentioned earlier on, we were going to hear from the endorsing parties in the UK. So we finished that aspect of today's discussion. We're going to be hearing from the rest of the legal team here in Dubai. But as well as that, I just wanted you guys all to know that you will get time if you wish to sit down with any of the lawyers today. They will be present upstairs. They've all got a desk upstairs, which is there open for you to sit down with them, have a very detailed discussion at your leisure about what's relevant to you in your case, because there are things, of course, that you can talk in a very public forum, or there are things that might be a bit sensitive and you want to talk one-to-one, and they will be there for you, trying to help you through this with whatever questions you have. Now, obviously, when we were talking about the other programs so far, everything has really been focused on investors, right? But now let's talk about business owners. So let's start again with getting a bit of movement. Is there anybody here who has a business themselves? Is there anybody who here wants to put up a hand and say that you own a business already? Any business owners? Okay, there's quite a few business owners as well. Okay, so from the business owner's perspective now, we're gonna share a bit more information. My colleague Ayush is going to be discussing one of the UK's latest law updates that relate to business owners. So I'll just give a bit of an introduction. Ayush Bhatt is an immigration advisor specialized in UK and Portugal immigration. He's a qualified lawyer from Canterbury University in the UK. He's an expert in tailoring the solution that's right for you and your family. And he's going to talk a little bit about today about the global mobility program. Okay, so Ayush, please. Thank you so much. We're gonna have a problem with the that mic. Yeah, that mic. Are you okay just to stay here? You okay to stay here? No.
Wow. Okay, so good evening, everyone. My name is Ayush, and I'm an immigration advisor here in Devisers immigration law firm. So before I start, I'd like to give a healthy reminder. Most of you must be knowing that today we are running a 50% off on all our immigration services. So whomsoever has a plan to finalize and discuss with the lawyers, we have lawyers desk at the reception. So either they can proceed with the dinner and then come over there, or vice versa. They can first discuss, then proceed with the dinner and avail the offer, and then secure yours, and yours family's future as well. So, and which ways? So let's come to the category which I'll be discussing, which most of the people. I just want to know how many. Although Mr. Ali asked the same question, but just to reiterate, how many people have business over here? Okay, we have quite a business owners. Other way around, how many people are here who are on employment visa in their own companies? Like in Dubai, people do. They are the owners and all, but they take their own managing director, or let's say general manager visas as well. Great. So See, the category which I'm going to talk about is not a new category. It was there earlier as well, but now it has come up with some new changes. So it is known as Global Business Mobility Expansion Worker Visa. So this category is for those people who have a running business outside the UK and want to open a branch of their company inside the UK. So if you are a partner, a owner, or even an employee in your own company, you are eligible for this visa category. So let me first talk about the perks and benefits of this visa category. First thing, which I am sure most of the businessmen actually look for, there is no language test in this category. So no IELTS, nothing, you have to give any kind of language test. Second thing, you can invest in your own budget. That means the UK Home Office has given you the freedom that the branch which you are opening inside the UK, you can run the branch under your own budgeting and finance. So there is no capping from the UK Home Office that you have to invest this much, open a big office, small office. You can keep it simply online as well. You can outsource your operations, whatever way you want to do it. Third thing, there is no stay criteria in this category. So again, the UK Home Office has given you the flexibility that you can adjust your stay inside or the outside UK. Whether you want to stay, let's say, 100 days, 200 days, a month in a year, it's up to you. Okay. And the final and the most important benefit as well, that apart from you and your family, which means, let's say, you, your wife, your kids below the age of 18, apart from that, you can take 4 more applicants along with you. So let's say you're another partner in your company, some another employee in your company. If let's say you want to take your brother and all, and you can make them a partner or an employee in your company, you can take them as well, along with their families. Okay. So now let me talk about that. What exactly happens in this visa category? So initially, you will get a 2 years of residence visa. We will create a business plan for you, which is our forte as well, that how your company will be operating inside the UK, okay, according to the UK market. Then we will do your company registration for the branch, and ultimately you will get your visa stamp. So the initial visa will be for the first 2 years. After that, we will do the extension of this visa for another 5 years. But for the extension, we don't need to wait for 2 years. We can do the extension after 1 year at any point of time. So we will do the extension after 1 year, which will be straight away for 5 years. So first year at the start, and then the next 5 years. So after 6 years, you and your entire family will get the ILR, indefinite leave to remain. In easy words, the British nationality or the citizenship, and then you can apply for your British passport as well. Not only this, since you will be a resident for the 6 year, you will get the free healthcare inside the UK, free education for your kids till the age of 18 years as well. Okay. So at the end, to summarize in a very simple format, if you are a partner or a owner or even an employee in your own company, and you want to open a branch inside the UK, wherein you want to invest in your own budgeting, you don't want to stay much inside the UK, you don't want to give IELTS, then this is the best category which is suitable for you. So that's all from my side. Now, any questions if you have on this?
Is there a timeline that the company should be an ex-old company?
Yes. Now, see, okay, let me, there are few requirements which I'll tell you in brief. Requirement number 1, which is that the company should be minimum 3-year old, active and trading. Company should be minimum 3-year old, active and trading. Means not only it should be active, but there should be transactions also going on in this company outside the UK. And secondly, you should be a owner, partner, or an employee in your company. So these are the basic 2 requirements.
Any minimum investment required for this program?
It's invest in your budget. The only thing is that okay, sorry. So the question which, yeah, all of them, I'll just repeat the question. So the question which gentleman asked is there any minimum investment requirement in this category? So as I mentioned in the start, it's invest in your budget. The only thing is, in the initial time when we are applying for this category, you do need to show 50,000 pounds as a closing balance in your company bank account. See, this category has nothing to do with you individually. It's all about the head office. So the company bank account should have a closing balance of 50,000 pound. That's it. There you can invest in your own budget. Till the time you get the visa. See, rough actual it is 90 days, but I would say take it as around 3.5 to 4 months, because in this category everything will be happening from UK, because your branch will be made first, then you will get the sponsored license as well, then we will apply for the visa. Before applying visa, your branch will be already there. See, the costing and everything that we can discuss, because there are certain government charges. So I'll give you a list of government charges once, we can discuss later on at the reception, because there are some government charges involved. Not only about company registration, there are other government charges also. So, any other questions? So the question, your name please? Henry. So the question from Henry is that the company should be specific in UAE, or it can be somewhere else. Apart from UK, you can have the company anywhere in the world. Any other question? What? See, your question is that is it mandatory to have the company before applying or not? Obviously, if you are opening a branch, that means there is a company existing. If Devisers have to open a branch in India, that means Devisers is already existing somewhere. That's why they are opening a branch. As in, as a new business, then innovator is there. So actually in UK there are two options. Either you can open a new business, which Ms. Satish told us, that's the innovator visa, or else you can open a branch of your company, which is global business only.
Like that minimum 50,000 closing balance. Can we use it like after applying for the visa or something?
See, the 50,000 bank statement you have to provide at the time of your company registration. It's a company bank account, which is a running bank account. So you don't have to stop the money. You just give the statement once, you can take out the next day.
Don't you think it would be a little difficult, and tricky also when we are opening our branch in the UK, and we are not exactly familiar, that which area to be selected and for that kind of particular business. So that would be difficult.
See, as I told you initially, we will make a business plan for you, because that is a part of the process. So whatever business you have, just on the basis of a discussion with you, our team will do, and on the basis of your trade license, we will do the R&D accordingly, that which city this business should target, and we'll create a business plan accordingly. So that is how we will be selecting the city for company registration also. And plus, see, initially you need a correspondence address to register your company. That we will do it for you. Later on, if you go there and you realize later on, let's say after 1 2 years, that instead of London, I think Manchester is much more better. You can just change the address in 10 15 pounds and set up your company there.
Like for example, I'm saying like I own a company. Like if I own a company of real estate in UAE, if I want to open the same kind of branch in UK. So do you think that it will work over there? We should be having some other kind of business, particularly in trading or some manufacturing or something.
Branch can be of any business.
Branch can be.
The only thing is it should be 3-year-old active and trading, and you should be associated with your company as a partner, owner, or a employee.
Okay. What about children more than 18?
See, more than 18 children, there is no direct way to take them in UK in any of the categories. So what you can do that in that scenario is that you can make an employee in your current head office, transfer them at least 1 or 2 salaries, so that we can show the salary slips and the employment, and then later on I told you 4 people more can go, so they can be the second one after you. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Any other questions? Okay, then I think people don't have any questions. People are clear.
Excuse me, sir. About the you said you need to be 2 years in the company.
Mic किधर है? Where's the mic? Ah, okay.
You got to be 3 years in the company. Supposing I'm not there for 3 years, but I buy a company which is more than 3 years old. Will that do?
See, I said that the company should be 3-year-old active and trading. That your company is qualifying. But then you should be also associated with the company. Either as an, I'm not saying 3-year association. I'm just saying you should be associated with your company as a partner, employee, or a owner.
I take over the company, for example.
Ah, that's okay.
So it doesn't matter what date I take over the company.
Doesn't
The
matter.
company
Company should be minimum 3-year-old active and trading.
Thank you.
Ma'am, your question was, it was related to the age. So see, whether it's innovator, whether it's the branch office, both are business categories. So there is no age or education background required for.
The question is that is there any age restriction or any age limit to join as a partner in the company?
No.
Since it's 18 years, kids can join later on, right? So is there a
His question was that if the kid is above 18, how can I take him?
so to join as a partner, is there an age like 18 years, 19 years, or it can be 15 or more?
See if your let's say kid is already a partner can be even a 3-year-old kid. You have to just make him a partner in your company, that half of my company is owned by my son, half of the company is owned by me. But since they are below 18, so they will directly come as your dependent. They will not go as an employee, because for employment, yes, minimum 18 years is the age. Partner can be of any age. So any other question?
Any age limit for this program?
Well, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you and have a great evening ahead.
Yeah, I think the question and answer sessions are very useful because immediately after we've talked about a topic, you will have questions. So we're going to address them straight away. So we're just going to thank you again to Ayush. We're going to talk a little bit more. So we discussed very in detail about the UK and what that means and the types of programs and why it's important. And we've heard from partners in the UK, but a lot of investors nowadays and business owners are also considering other options in other countries with the sole benefit of improving their passport. So Portugal actually has the fourth highest ranking passport in the world. It's super. It has access to at least 187 countries visa free. And when it comes to the Shenzhen area as well, you have free access to move. So we've been running the program for quite some time, very successfully. The demand has been huge. So as part of the program today, we thought it was very important to also to share information about Portugal. So as I mentioned today, the team is very well versed about the UK and Portugal. So I'm going to ask Miss Najla now to join us. She's also going to talk a little bit more about Portugal, the significance of the D2 visa program. So if I could ask Ms. Najla to join the stage, and she'll give you an introduction. But before she does, I'll just do her introduction. As I mentioned, she's an expert in UK and Portugal immigration. She is a French Moroccan qualified lawyer from Patillon University in Paris. She's really focused on helping business owners as well as investors to decide which program is best for them and their families. So, Ms. Najla, can I please ask you to come up? Thank you. Thank you.
All right, very good evening to everyone. First thing, I would like to thank you all of you to attend our seminar. And second thing, I would like also to just remind you, as my colleague he informed that after the seminar, we will be up in the reception. If someone want to ask about any information about the UK immigration or Portugal immigration, we will assist you and we will help you to understand and to start also your application. And also we are running a discount between 30 to 50% to start the application right away. So we will travel from UK to Portugal, and I will introduce the category named D2 visa. So what is the D2 visa? This category, it's a Portugal residency visa for the entrepreneur. To get it, we must either open a new business in Portugal or open a branch of a business existing outside Portugal. So for the investment, we must prove that we have a funds between 10 to 15,000 euro that it will be invested there in Portugal, and we need to start running the business there. Also, we should show the housing and the money to live in Portugal for a year as required. So, when we will start working on the application, we need to provide a solid business plan, and this is Deviser's job. So after having the meeting and after the client will start the application, we will discuss with him as per his experience and qualification, and as per the data and market research that we are buying from the Portuguese government, we will make the similar business plan that it will be more switchable for him in the market. And we will submit it to the Portuguese government that they will give us the approval for his business, because also they have a market research to be there in the business plan. For the benefits of this category, any applicant will apply with his family, with his wife and kids under 18 as a dependent for him. Also, the applicant can apply for his family as a parents, mother and father, and also he can take his siblings above 18 as a reunification family, that he can take them with him in Portugal. The program it's for 5 years. So after 5 years, we will get the nationality and the passport. And as every application, the benefits will be as a free healthcare for all the family from the first day onward, and free education, and also a free access to all the Schengen area. And after getting the passport, and we know that the Portuguese passport, it's the fifth passport in the index passport, in the index ranking of passport. So, anyone have any question regarding the UK? Yes, sir.
You mentioned it's a 5 year visa.
Yes, that's right.
So it's going to be at the first go, we are going to get 5 years visa.
Actually, no. It will be first thing for 2 years, and later it will be extended for 3 years. And after the total 5 years, we will apply for the nationality and the passport.
Do we have any minimum staying period?
Yes, it's like UK. You need to show every year 180 days.
Every year 180
Yes. Yes, for UK 180 days, but in UK there is some allowable absence. Also for Portugal, we can apply for the allowable absence, so we can reduce it from 180 to 90 days per year.
For Portugal, how much is the processing time? Like if we are considering to apply for Portugal, so how much time?
So the process for Portugal, it will be between 5 to 6 months maximum, and if there is any delay from the government or what, it will be as a approves. So it will take 7 to 8 months maximum.
Any language criteria?
For the language test, no, there is nothing required.
So at the end of like 5 years or 6 years, if we are applying for the residency, permanent residency over there, so do we have any language criteria, to put in? As Portuguese are having like Canada Portuguese language.
It's like UK. There is a live exam, and there is the IELTS also there. So you can choose wherever you want.
Secondly, we are having 15,000 euros.
15,000 euro, yes.
That has to be invested over there.
Yes, that's right.
Okay. And is there any kind of limit of time that within first 1 year or 2 years or during the 5 years we have to?
No, during the 5 years, you need to invest between 10 to 15,000 euro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Yes, sir.
The test told us after 5 years,
yes,
the language test for the life in UK same.
Yes.
Same thing in Portugal?
Yes, same thing.
But will be in Portuguese language or
in Portuguese language, obviously.
We have to learn Portuguese language.
You will be living there in Portugal, so you need to study a little bit of Portuguese language. Yes.
We should learn the
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Success ratio we are having initially from Devisers that
We have a high successful rate of the D2 visa and D7 visa also.
Could you please explain us about D7 visa?
D7, it's my colleague, Ms. Satash, who will give you the introduction about it. We will explain it later. All right? Yes, sir.
Be like 2 years and then we go to 5 years. How easy it will be?
It's too much easy because this is the process. They cannot tell you no, you cannot extend because the process it's the same thing. So first thing they will give 2 years. Once they will check that we start obviously working on your business there, so they will extend the 3 years. And this is the devisers work, by the way, because for us, either for UK or Portugal, our work will start from the first day that we will sign the agreement until that we will help you to get your nationality and the passport. So we will be with you during the 5 years of the application.
The requirements for that?
For what?
For the from 2 to 5 years.
They need just to see that you start working on your business and you start making your investment. We need to show some invoices, some a little bit of transactions, and that's it.
Thank you.
You are welcome, sir.
we have opened our company branch like UK, visa used for explaining that
Yes.
kind of thing we can do for Portugal.
Yes, same thing. As I said, either opening a new business or opening a branch of existing business outside Portugal. 3 months what? The processing time. No, for Portugal, as I said, it's between 4 to 6 months maximum.
Okay.
Yeah. And yes, sir.
As you mentioned, free education and healthcare.
Yes.
Free education and healthcare. Is it from the day we got the visa or is it after getting the citizenship?
No, from the first day that you reach Portugal and get your residency, you will get free healthcare, free education. You are welcome. Any other question for the D2 visa, sirs?
We're going to.
All right. So as I mentioned, we can see you after the seminar to explain for any one of you if everyone need any help. And thank you so much to attend our seminar again. Thank you.
So Najla was explaining to us about the D2 visa program. There are a number of other programs within Portugal which we're going to be discussing today. Another one is the Portugal D7 visa program, but I'm no expert on that. But obviously, I know an expert. Mrs. Aish will be back on the stage now, and she'll give us a lot more insights about the D7 visa program.
Hi again, everyone. I'm back. To start with, just a friendly reminder that after all the session that will finish it up, you will have your dinner. And meanwhile, our lawyers will be upstairs. If you want to have your dinner first, you can go for the dinner. And if you want to meet your lawyers first, will be upstairs to assist you. Or if you want to meet the lawyer and then have the dinner, we'll be serving until the end of the evening. Now, when we talk about Portugal immigration, first we need to understand that Portugal is a widely English speaking country. Even just to give you an insight, we are making the business plans and we are sending the business plans in English language to the government of Portugal. So, this is like on government level, they're also encouraging English language. It is the third most strongest country and third most strongest passport in as per the global index. Portugal is going to be the next hotspot for the immigrants because number one, the climate is very friendly. The climate is nice, weather is nice throughout the year, and it is one of the European countries, so you have access to all the European countries from day one. And the category I'm going to discuss with you today is called D7 visa. Now, this is one of my most favorite visa category. I'll tell you why. Because when I think about my client's perspective, when I think about that, okay, I'm a client and I want to have an option where I don't want to do a business, I don't want to invest into a property. I want something where the money I am going to use for my immigration would be able to stay with me. This is why I like this category because here you're not starting a business, here you're not investing into property, here you're not going for any kind of branch office. Instead, you're showing that you are getting a passive income and that passive income you will be utilized for you to keep your residency and eventually go for the Portuguese passport. Now, when we talk about this D7 visa category, this is the main criteria. It is also called a retirement visa, but it doesn't mean that you must be of a certain age to apply for this visa. By the way, I'm hearing this a lot from different clients, that some agents or consultants out there telling you that you must have 70 years of age or 50 years of age to apply for this visa, which is not true. Any age you have, you can apply for this. And to apply into this visa category, you have to show that you're getting a passive income. Now, passive income is also known as a side income. For example, I have a property back in my home country, I've given it on rental, and I'm getting some rental income from there. That is called passive income. Or if I'm getting a pension, that is called passive income. Or if I have some fixed deposits, from there I'm getting some interest, that is also called passive income. Or for example, if I have a business where my name is not there, or I'm not active in that business, but I'm getting some investment, some profit from there, that is also called dividends from investment. So this is passive income which you can use to apply for the D7 visa. The threshold that Portugal, as for 2022, have been given to you is that you show that you have at least 8,500 euros per year coming from a passive income to you for yourself. 50% of that, which comes down to 4,250, that has to be come to you for your spouse, and 2,550 euros for each of your dependents. So you can calculate accordingly. And this amount has to be, it should come to you through passive investment on yearly basis. Now, the best part about this is that once we apply for this visa, you only have to transfer this total amount every year in your own Portugal bank account. That means from this, you're transferring the money from here till into the Portugal bank account, and it's yours. You don't have to give it to anyone. It's not stuck in Portugal. You can use it as you want. And every year you have to do this exercise to keep your residency. And after 5 years, you will qualify for Portuguese nationality and Portuguese passport. Just to mind you, you don't have to do IELTS test to apply for Portugal visa. You will have visa-free access to all Schengen countries from day one. Even you can stay and you can live and work in any other Schengen country throughout this time. And after 5 years, you'll be getting the third most strongest passport in the world. Definitely, there are some certain conditions over there. Definitely, you have to stay there for 6 months every year if you want to get nationality after 5 years. And to get a Portugal passport, you have to learn the basic Portuguese language, which is very similar to English. So I've done with my briefing. If anyone have any questions about it, please raise your hand. I'll be happy to assist. The process time is 6 to 8 months because Portuguese embassy is a bit slow, so it takes 6 to 8 months. Anyone else? I was that good?
Just want to ask regarding 8,500 per year you have to transfer.
Yes.
I agree. So this is only, is it sufficient to live over there, or do you have to need to show more funds for the living cost?
No, only this you have to transfer. And but to be honest, it's more than enough. 8,500 euros. Even in different visa categories, if I talk about D2, which Miss Najla just explained to you, when we are applying for D2 also, they ask Portugal government ask you the same amount in your for in behalf of your main applicant and dependents and children to show as a maintenance funds. Here they're showing as a passive investment. So this is more than sufficient to go for and sustain over there. In Lisbon also and in Algarve area, you can sustain easily in this amount.
Secondly, working in another EU country, whether it will be counted that you are in Portugal or it is counted separate.
No, it will not. It will not be counted as you were in Portugal. It will be counted as you're some other country because yes, it's some other country. Yeah. Sorry. I would not. I cannot answer that. Anyone else? That's it. All right. So we can move ahead. I'll give it to Mr. Ali. And before I go, I'll remind you once again, we are running 50% discount that is only applicable for today. and we are doing a raffle draw. So one of you sitting here will have free immigration process from Devisers, and will process your application. And after this briefing, when everything is finished, we'll be upstairs. You can come to us and you can have one-on-one session with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Sudash. I just wanted to add a comment. The lady mentioned about the free movement. See, the EU is kind of like the Emirates. You know, you don't need a visa to go to Abu Dhabi. You don't need a visa to go to any of the Emirates. You know, once you're within the Schengen area and you have like a Portuguese passport, it's very free. You know, it's not like you have to, you know, submit an application or anything like. It's the freedom of movement that we were referring to. But um, while we've been talking today, there's been a lot of kind of discussion about, you know, a few mentions of the word real estate. Okay, so the last category that we're going to discuss today is basically a category that's also available in Portugal, which is called the Portugal Passport through Real Estate Investment Program. And Ayush is going to talk to you through a little bit more detail about that. I'm just going to load up some information on the screen in the background. But Ayush, if you want to join me up on the stage, then we can start talking through. Just give me 1 minute.
So in the hi, good evening again. In the meanwhile, I just would like to ask one question to everyone. How many of you have this thing that everything is good, but I can't stay in that country? See, so I am coming with the cherry on the top, this category, which I'll just discuss. Okay, so people who have this thing, that everything is fine, I can do the business, I can invest in the country, but the only thing is I can't stay either 6 months or 3 months. So I'll give you a solution for that. Okay,
Just
it's a big file.
I'll go on the screen. So just scroll down.
It takes time to load because the file is huge.
You know what to do.
Yeah, I've read this file. So let it. Yeah, just normally scroll. Starting uploading. Okay, great. How many of you know about the Golden Visa Dubai? Almost everyone knows about the Golden Visa Dubai. Great. So the good part is that once I'll discuss about the Golden Visa Portugal, which is citizenship by investment, just keep in mind the Golden Visa Dubai. So you will have a good base along with you to understand more better. So see, this visa category is known as Golden Visa, Portugal Golden Visa, or the other way around, citizenship by investment. Okay, so this is suitable for those people who obviously wants to invest in Portugal in terms of real estate. Plus the major part which I discussed in the start, don't want to stay inside the Portugal country for getting the citizenship or the nationality. So let me first talk about the benefits and the perks of this category. So obviously the first, which is common in all the categories in Portugal, there is no language test, no IELTS and everything. So second thing, that you have access to all the Schengen countries. Now somebody asked that question, so let me answer you that question. If I have a business in Dubai, I can travel to Oman. I can bring clients from Oman, but I cannot bill my client in Oman. I have to bill it in Dubai. Similar goes for the employment as well. So you can travel the entire Schengen and everything, but whatever your investment will be, that will be in Portugal, and everything will be counted from the Portugal part only. So you have access to all the Schengen countries. You get free healthcare and free education for your kids throughout, and you can do business job both inside the Portugal. But the most important benefit, which everyone is keen to know, you have to stay only 7 days a year. Mind it. Let me reiterate, 7 days a year. That too, not necessarily in a single stretch. Go for 2 days, come back. Go for another 1 day, come back. Go for another 2 days, come back. But complete 7 days in a year. Okay. So How does this? I will I will break this particular category into three parts. First, I'll tell you how the category works. Secondly, I'll tell you what options we are offering you in terms of real estate investment and how it will be beneficial for you. So, how the process works. So, first of all, we'll open your personal bank account and everything in the Portugal. Okay. Then the investment amount, which I'll discuss later, how much is the investment amount, you need to transfer to your Portugal personal bank account, through which we will help you to invest in that particular property. That property also I'll discuss in a while, what options we are offering. And then along with your title deed of the property and other basic documents like passport, visas and Emirates ID and everything, your file will be submitted to the Portugal embassy and they will give you the golden visa stamp. Not only this, there is one more very important benefit of this visa category, that you can take your spouse and kids below 18 because they are dependents. But if you have a kid who is above 18 and studying, you can take them also as a dependent. Not only that, the main applicant can take their parents and in-laws also as a dependent. Okay, so they all can be counted as a dependent, which is not an option in UK.
I'm not sure if that's a positive or a negative thing.
I'm like, the in-laws part I don't know. Your parents part I know. Okay, but yeah, you can take your parents, your in-laws as well as dependents. You can take your kids if they are above 18 but studying as dependents also, which is not an option in UK. So you will get your golden visa stamp. Okay, then initially you will get this visa for 2 years. Then it will be auto renewed, like the golden visa of Dubai will be auto renewed after 10 years. So it will be auto renewed for another 2 years. Then on the fifth year, you will apply or you will get your Portugal nationality and the citizenship. So this is how the process for this category works, and it will be having free healthcare and free education services for your family throughout the 5 year period. Now, let's come to the real estate part. I know there are few clients from the real estate background, so they will be able to relate in with me what I'm going to speak now. See, when it comes into citizenship by investment, or let's say the golden visa, you have to invest in a real estate. Now, real estate, either you can invest in a residential property or you can invest in a commercial property. Okay, but any which ways down the line, we all know that commercial property is of a different league. The league, as in, it has better capital appreciation, it has better return on investment, plus the most important part, you don't have to take the headache of your property because it is already managed by the developer or the brand which will be coming over there. So we devisers, because you can invest in anything in Portugal, so we devisers, what we are offering to our clients is, first thing, investment in a commercial property. That's the first thing we are offering to our clients. Now, in commercial property also, as most of us knows, the best commercial property always to invest is a hotel. Why hotel? Because the revenue sources of a hotel is not just by the rooms. That okay, my room will go on daily basis and I'll get some rental. There are kiosks in a hotel, like some ATMs can be there. Etisalat might be going there and putting a small setup. They are paying rental for that particular thing to the hotel. There will be some restaurants in the hotels. There can be some clubs, bar, lounges in the hotel. Shisha, like in Dubai, we have shisha lounge in almost every hotel. Okay, there can be some parties or groups, like organizing some kind of event in the hotel. So the hotel always have a better return on investment and the capital appreciation. Now, so the location that we are offering, now let me explain you one simple thing. In Portugal, there are few cities like Lisbon, which is the capital, wherein the investment amount from the government is on a higher side. Reason is simple, they are high density cities, they are metropolitan cities, so obviously the capital rates are high. Like in Dubai, if you want to buy in downtown, it will be higher, but if you buy in, let's say, Furjan area, I'm just able to, so that you people can relate, in Furjan the rates will be less. So similarly, there are some cities, like for example, the city which we are offering to our client to invest is Evora. Has anyone heard about this city, Evora? Just now. Okay, great. So Evora is the city that we are offering you, which is 60 kilometer only from Lisbon. Now, Evora, if you just type the name Evora, Portugal, you will be surprised to know that back in 1860, 1896 era, it was a World Heritage Site by UNESCO. Just type the name on Google, you will find this thing just on the first thing. Okay, so basically Evora is a archaeological and a cultural city wherein you can find old Portugal dynasties and old Roman empires, forts, kind of their how they used to live at that point of time. So it is one of the primest, also known as the museum city. The second name of Evora is museum city. Okay, because last year, if you just check the facts for last year for the Evora city, 2.2 million people visited Evora, with 7.7 million who stayed overnight in Evora. Not only visited, but stay at least for one day in Evora. That was for last year, 2022. So these are the reason due to which the demands of commercial property in Evora has increased to next level. So there are hotels, there are Airbnbs, bed and breakfast, and different styles of accommodation which has now increased in Evora. So what option we are offering you is that there is a hotel which is having a total of 26 rooms, 3 floors. The plan, I mean the floor plan and everything is there, but that's not something to discuss right now. Wherein you will be buying one share, which means one room, or you can say one apartment inside that hotel, and the investment starts just from 280,000 euros. So half of what you will be investing in Lisbon, let's say. Okay, not only that, since it's a commercial property, now this is the best part, and it's a hotel, so the developer is giving you on paper 2 to 3% of return on investment guaranteed. So not only, see, the thing is that, as I told you, you just have to invest. Whether you invest up in a plot, you invest in an apartment, you buy a hotel, anything, you will get your citizenship, golden visa, and then after 5 years you can take your passport and nationality. But what Devisers we are offering you is that an investment which will also fetch you returns on yearly basis, and then ultimately that will also get you to the passport and the nationality after 5 years of period. So this is the option that we are giving, and this is known as golden visa or citizenship by investment. Now, if anyone has any questions. See, in entire Evora, if you search normally also any property for stay and all, in Evora there is nothing called new construction. So what the city Evora does is already the museums which are there, or because I told you it dates back to the Roman era. If you'll search about Evora, you will find it. So all the buildings, you can say, or the structures are already there. The government is revamping them into hotels or Airbnbs, or you can say bed and breakfast centers like that. So technically, it's not a under construction. It's a already structure, or the building is there. They are just revamping and making it into hotels with rooms, like 26 rooms in the entire hotel. 3% is the guaranteed from the developer, which will be on the title deed on yearly basis. Rest is also giving a fluctuating one, which is 6 to 7%, but that depends. Guaranteed is giving 3%. See, obviously we can fetch an option for you in Lisbon, but then again the amount will increase. See, this is something which we are giving to the client so that they can get some benefit. You can invest anywhere in Portugal, anywhere. But the only thing is, if you'll go to higher density areas like Lisbon, Algarve, and all those cities, then from the government it is minimum 500,000 euros. If you go to medium density areas like Evora, it comes down to 280,000 euros. If you go to village, so this all you can find in the government website also. If you go to a village, then it is only 250,000 euros. Buy a plot in a village. Anywhere in Portugal. Any other questions on citizenship by investment?
Does this remain blocked for 5 years?
Absolutely amazing question. So nobody asked that what has to be done actually with the property for the next 5 years. So the only thing is, you don't have to dissolve the property for the next 5 years. Once you get your Portugal nationality and passport, after that you can sell it off or whatever you want to do.
Within the 5 years, your 280,000 is blocked.
Is blocked with minimum guarantee rental of 2 to 3%.
And if you have to sell, you sell it back to the hotel or
You can sell it to anyone. It's your property. You will be, see, while your visa application, there will be a title deed. Without title deed, the visa application cannot go. Forget about getting the stamp. So you can sell it to anyone, back to the hotel. If I am having money, you can sell it back to me if I am willing to buy.
What is the appreciation in the value?
See, that, like I told you, last year, 2.2 million. I mean, we were in the post-COVID times last year, 2022.
Appreciation in the value of the property.
Value is 280,000 euros. That's what I'm telling you. I was coming to that part. See, if you, now there are real estate people here who will be able to relate. If you go with the thumb rule in real estate, then the minimum capital appreciation in a commercial property is around 6 to 8% annually. That's the thumb rule. Some places it can be higher, lower, depending on the location and geography. So even if you go with the 6 to 8% thumb rule, so you can calculate after 5 years.
And what is the tax on that?
The property? See, the property, there will be no taxes because it's an investment, FDI investment which you have done. You have done it from outside. But the rental which you will be fetching, okay, that will be subjected to the income taxes laws because it's an income you are getting inside the Portugal every year. So that will be taxed.
What is the minimum?
The tax sorry.
Minimum limit of taxation when it is not taxed.
See, the taxation, the minimum taxation slab, if you are asking, it is around, I think, if the yearly income of yours is below 10,000 euros, 10 to 15,000 euros, 15, I think, to be precise, then there is no tax. But definitely it will be higher than that. I mean, not higher, average on that.
There is no capital gain tax if you sell the property.
Capital gain tax in Portugal it will be. Oh, you know these things. So okay, in Portugal there is capital gain tax also. So let's say if I have bought, very good question. If I have bought the property for 280 and I'm selling it for 300, so on the gain which I have made, I have to give 19% tax to the government. That will be there. Good question. Obviously, it depends on appreciation. Even if it's 1 dirham, in return the government is giving you benefits like healthcare and all those things, so it's win-win for both the parties. So any other questions? I think it's all clear to everyone. I call it CBI, citizenship by investment. Okay, then just a healthy reminder again that people who want to discuss or start, so we all will be at the reception. Now it's up to you whether you want to have the dinner first or come over there or vice versa. And yes, there is a 50% off, not on the investment amount, but our services charges. It will remain the same 280 and you can avail that as well. Okay, thank you and have a great evening ahead.
Thank you, Ayush. Okay, so in terms of the presentations today, we've finished the presentations and we want to thank all of the legal team as we're here from the UAE as well as the UK for sharing their knowledge, sharing their wisdom, sharing their expertise about what the UK immigration programs are. Now, again, when I've been on stage, I've been the type of person to ask a few questions. So this is probably going to be one of the last questions I'm going to ask you, but I really need your involvement in this question. Okay, so we have two choices now. One, and I'm going to ask you to raise your hands in a minute to just hear the questions first. One, we have dinner first, or two, we can do the raffle now. So wait. Put your hands up for dinner first. Wait. I think there's some minus hands. Hands are on the floor, not up. Okay. So, okay, just so we're clear, who wants to do the raffle now? Okay, come. Ayush, can you please come on the stage with me? Just give me a hand with the raffle. Okay, listen. So you know the brother there in the white shirt. Just pick any one person. Pick any one person. Totally random. I don't know you, right? Just pick anybody. Anybody you want. That the lady over there. Okay. So wait, madam. I just want to ask you. Pick a number between 1 and 5. 3. Okay. I'm gonna spin it 3 times. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So what I'll do now is I'm gonna open it, take a ticket, and then I'm gonna read it out. So you'll have to confirm the number back to me. Can I have a round of applause for my handsome assistant? Thank you very much, Ayush. Right. So you're sure you don't want to do the dinner first? You want the raffle answer first, right? Sure. Because I'm pretty hungry. Okay. Bismillah. Okay, the number is 987 654 327. Wait. Brother, sorry, can you come up stage, please? So 987 654 327. Please just come up. Hi, please come up. Come up. Ali. Can you just 987 654 327. Congratulations. Congratulations. So what was your name, sir? Shami. Mr. Shami, can I ask you just to say a few words? Yeah. Just if you come on the mic.
Good evening, everyone. And I just want to thank you, all of you, for coming here and listening to these guys. They are doing a great work. And thank you for appreciating. And have a good night and have a good evening. Thank you.
I just want that's one for you as well. Mr. Shami, what I'm going to do is either before dinner or after dinner, we just need to stay and take all your relevant. Do you have your Emirates ID and things with you?
Right now, do you think we should do it after dinner?
Okay, after dinner. So please don't go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So congratulations, Mr. Shami and Alina. Melina, sorry. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So congratulations again to the lovely couple on winning the immigration services. I wanted just to say to yes, it's here. Yeah, so again, congratulations to the lovely couple on winning the immigration services. We do the seminars approximately 1.5, 2 months time apart. There are couples in the past that have won it, and they're in the process now of UK immigration. Both the last two people that won it, they won for UK. We give them the choice, and they went for UK immigration services. So I would advise you just stay connected with our team. And on the next event, hopefully you guys can be the winners. But want to thank you guys all on behalf of Devisers for attending today. You've all had some great questions, and I'm sure by now you've all picked up a lot of energy and a lot of hunger. So, as I mentioned, the lawyers are available upstairs. If you want to have dinner now, you can go to have dinner, or you can go upstairs and meet with the lawyers. Alternatively, once you've had dinner, then the lawyers will still be here as well. Okay, but can I just ask you, because mashallah, there's quite a big crowd here today. Can I just ask, probably the lady with the nice pink hijab, up to that line, if the people behind her and behind, you could just go to the food queues first, and then after that, then we'll ask everybody else, just so it's not too much rush in one place. So if the people at the back, the ladies and stuff included, please, if you can make your way. So just out here towards the left, and then we'll get you to get some food. Okay. Thank you so much again. Thank you.